Hi folks, I'm Devok and welcome to the Artificers Guild, the home of all things artifact. And, as you might be able to tell, we're going to go through some leaked information. I'm not entirely sure where this has come from, but it looks like some sort of Chinese beta tester recorded some information, or maybe streamed some information, and that's now leaked out onto the web. So I want to show you guys some of the cards that got revealed as you went through the deck builder. Now, as you might be able to see, straight off the bat, we've got the blue hero Ogre Magi. Now, we knew he was in the game already, but now we know he's a 3 attack, 0 armor, and 7 health blue hero. He's a passive ability called Multicast, and if you squint just about enough, you should be able to read this. After you play a blue spell, there is a 25% chance to put a base copy of that card into your hand. There's your RNG, folks. This doesn't seem like it's incredibly overpowered. I think the RNG is quite nicely tuned here, and I'm perfectly happy with this. You can see just behind him, his signature card, is called Ignite. It looks like a 3 mana improvement that deals 1 piercing damage, something. Moving on to our next card. Path of the Cunning is a 3 mana black improvement. And he was largely, if you look in the top right here, you can see he was largely looking at black cards. So a lot of these are going to be black cards that we go through. So, Path of the Cunning. After you play a black card, modify a random ally with +1 siege. Now, this is obviously quite an aggro card. The more quick cards you're playing, low mana cost cards to end the game quickly, the more siege you're going to get, which allows you to beat through the enemy defenses. Moving on to our next card is Ravenous Mass. We've seen this artwork for ages. I think even it might have been the Play Artifact Twitter account a while ago tweeted out saying, "What do you think the effect of this is?" Well, it's a 4 mana black card that, on an active ability of a 1-turn cooldown, lets you condemn his allied neighbours, so the 2 allied units either side of him, and modifies Ravenous Mass with their attack and health. So if you're worried about some AoE damage, or you've got some particular way of buffing this guy up, say buffing his armor, you can add attack and health from other minions into this guy. I'm sure there's some good uses for it, which you guys will let me know in the comments below. Next, we move on to some red spells, I believe. You guys are going to have to help me out a little bit because I am a bit colorblind, but I think this is a red spell. Rising Anger, a 2 mana red spell that obviously modifies a red hero. Yes, it is a red spell. Modify a red hero with, after you play a non-item card costing 2 mana or less, modify this hero with +1 attack. So you cast this on a hero, and then whenever you cast a 1 or 2 mana card, that hero gains +1 attack. Not too bad in red. There are a couple of 1 and 2 mana cards, New Orders and Duel and things like that. So I can see this maybe getting some use. Moving on to our next card is the blue 1 mana improvement card, Messenger Rookery, which has an active ability on a 1-turn cooldown that lets you choose an ally and then choose a combat target for it. So, those of you that thought Jamoy's Premier card was actually decent, well, now there's a 1 mana cost improvement that does his thing but better, effectively. Moving on to our next card is Reptile Investments. Again, this is some artwork we've seen for a long time, and this is a new sort of charge mechanic that we've only really seen on Luna previously. So, it's 3 mana, black improvement, add a charge to Reptile Investments after the combat phase. Now, each turn you can activate this, if you choose to gain 4 gold for each charge, and then condemn this improvement. So you gain more and more charges on this, and then you eventually cash it in for a nice lump sum of gold. Really, really nice card for gaining some black gold there. Our next black card is the Oath, another 3 mana black improvement. You cannot play spells or creeps while this is active in this lane. If there is an allied black hero in this lane, allies have +4 attack. As you can see, Shadow Fiend there in the background. So this is going to benefit a lot of wide gameplay. If you've already got a bunch of units on the field and you don't really need to play too many cards, it's going to help. Equally, if you're only really looking to play units and you're not really going to have too many spells going on, then this can be very, very handy. But it is an improvement, and I'm not entirely sure how you can stop your own improvements from working, so be careful with this one. Moving on to our next hero is Timbersaw. Again, someone we already knew was in the game, but it's nice to see him here. A red 4 attack and 11 health hero. His ability is reactive armor. I can't quite read that. If any of you guys can decrypt what that says, please do. In Dota, his reactive armor is as he gets hit, he regens more health. So maybe there's some regeneration in there somewhere. And we see a 2 mana spell behind him called Whirlwind or something. It looks like it deals 2 damage to some sort of neighbouring things. We'll see that later, I'm sure of it. Next is Bitter Enemies, a 2 mana red improvement, I believe. It could be a black improvement though. Yeah, maybe it's a black improvement. Guys, let me know in the comments below. Again, I'm going to apologise for this. If we're not getting official information, I am quite colourblind myself, so I can't tell these things. Anyway, it is a 2-mana black or red improvement that after the combat phase allows you to remove a charge from bitter enemies. Before the attack phase, if there are 0 charges, and it starts with 3, on bitter enemies, deals 6 damage to both towers. This is a 2-mana improvement that you can put down, and after 3 turns, it'll deal 6 damage to both towers, which is unblockable. It doesn't say piercing, so if your tower has armor, it'll knock some of that off, but basically it's confirmed damage. This can be a nice way, I guess, to secure that last little bit of tower damage you need. Moving on to our next hero, we have Bloodseeker. So he's a black 7 attack, 0 armor, and 6 health hero with an ability called Bloodbath. Fully heal Bloodseeker after a unit blocking him dies. And this just says unit, so it's not like Bristleback where it has to be a hero. So if Bloodseeker kills a unit, he fully heals. Admittedly, he only has 6 health, but if you heal him, if you power his health up with like a fur-lined mantle or something, then he's going to heal all of that health back up. So I think health items are a really big bonus on Bloodseeker. And just behind him, we see that his 5-mana spell is Blood something, probably Blood Right, his Dota ability, and it silences a unit, and then something about +4. Some sort of silence. It's nice to see more silence in the game. Our next, and I think final hero that we get revealed is Bounty Hunter. At long last, we get to see him. Again, another almost indecipherable ability. It is Janada, so it's some sort of critical damage in Dota. It looks like you get some sort of percentage chance to get extra damage. The card itself is a 7 attack, 0 armor, and 7 health black unit. His ability behind, Track, a 3-mana black spell. And we already know, Day9 said this when Artifact was revealed, that there was some sort of Track gold generation card somewhere along the line. So Track is going to be able to help you generate more gold, probably from kills, I believe, if it works anything like it does in Dota 2. Our next card is Escape Route, a 1-mana black improvement with an active ability on a 1-turn cooldown. Return an allied hero to the fountain. So this is a lot of the reasons why people were buying Town Portal Scrolls in the PAX games, was to be able to move heroes back to the fountain and then bring them into a better lane in the future. So if you know you're going to be winning a lane soon, you can put an escape route in there and you can teleport heroes in and out. Equally, you can use it to save them from giving the enemy gold, or just to heal them up in general. Fight Through the Pain is our next spell, a red 1-mana cost spell, which gives a red hero +2 armor this round, but also gives you initiative. This is like a Horman's Kraken Shell, I guess. If you don't want to put Tidehunter in your deck, but you still want that 1-mana get initiative card, then this is a nice idea. It doesn't modify with armor like Kraken Shell does, but it does give you +2 armor this round, and initiative, which means those combos with this and Duel or Berserker's Call or something of that effect can actually be really plausible. Heroic Resolve is our next card. Modify a red hero with, after you play a non-item card costing 2 or less, modify this hero +2 health. We saw the attack variant of this before. Apparently there's just 2 of them. There might even be a third one that we haven't seen so far, but these work hand in hand, buffing up your unit as you spend lower cost cards, which both of these cards were 2 mana. And if you look in the far right, you can see that this deck has 9 red non-item spells and creeps that cost 2 or less. That's a lot of buffing that's going on. I guess this guy's built this deck around this sort of idea, but it looks like that sort of archetype is there if you want to have a go with it. Our next card, this one caught me when I saw it. Keenfolk Golem, a 6-mana red unit, and its play effect is discard your hand. Sounds bad, but it has 13 attack and 13 health. This is like Thunderhide Pack huge. This is a ridiculous unit. You do have to discard your hand, but if you've already used your hand, who cares? So yeah, a very bit of a black and white card, I guess. In some situations it's going to be really good. In other situations you're just not going to want to play it. And we're back to Ogre Magi. So those are all of the revealed cards so far. If you want to look through the footage yourself, I think there were a couple that they flashed on the screen so quickly that I couldn't get a freeze frame on them. So please do comment down below if you see any more cards, and of course let us know which is your favourite of these. And finally, I just have to say thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry if this isn't the way you wanted these cards to be revealed. It's not really the way I wanted these cards to be revealed either, but I just wanted you guys to get this information from what I hope can be a trusted source. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you'd like to help us out, please feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. You guys have been doing a great job. It's fantastic to see your support, so thank you. As always, I have been Devil of the Artificers Guild, and I'll see you next time.